we named this initiative More from the Shore. And as I said, I'm Marty Williams and I'm with God's Oceans. Give you a little background on myself. I have an executive MBA from Kennesaw State University. I'm also the police chief for Darien, Georgia. I'm on the board of directors for the McIntosh County Boys and Girls Club, and also with the Darien McIntosh Chamber of Commerce. That's just, let me start by saying this. I don't think that a lot of times we think about the magnitude of the seafood industry in South Georgia. There is power in seafood, and I'm not going to read everything to you, but for the more salient points, seafood in grocery stores, it grew at a 28% growth rate. And over $16.6 billion in total sales, nationwide. And that's a huge clip to be growing at. Consumers represent a valuable and lucrative segment. Demographically, our customers, seafood buyers, have higher incomes, which is a big part of our target market. More than half of seafood consumers say that they're cooking more meals with seafood during the pandemic. And this I can speak to. We have been in 5 farmers markets religiously over the last couple of years. And mainly we've been going to Northwest Georgia and Atlanta and even Chattanooga. But the number one thing that when our customers come up to us is they'll tell us that, oh, I want to cook the seafood, but I don't know how. And the ignorance surrounding not only how to prepare it, but where do you source it from? Where can you get something other than the grocery stores? And that's the void that we're talking about with More from the Shore. Right now, we have 6 full-time employees. We have a director of operations who's HACCP, everybody can read, so I'm not going to tell you some more. But bottom line is we have 6 full-time, we have 3 part-time people, and I kind of do both, depending on the week. Our partnerships. When I talk about the cooperative extension of UGA, I have to go back to our founding of how this whole company started. We moved here from Cartersville, Georgia to Darien, and I knew nothing about seafood at that point. I knew how to eat it, but it was my first exposure to having fresh seafood and the quality. And when I started realizing the quality, and all my friends kept saying, whenever we go back, bring me fresh seafood, well, I started doing, that MBA light went off. Hey, there's an opportunity here. And I went to UGA, the Cooperative Extension, and they had conducted a study, the Candler study, which you can find. And basically, they gave me the roadmap of how to penetrate the larger urban markets. Because when they talked about the Oceans to Table initiative that the state had, they were talking about that was one of the things that they wanted to do was how do we penetrate that market? How do we let them know that there is a viable industry how do we sell it to people in Atlanta, Athens, Chattanooga, on and on. And so UGA helped me a lot. Georgia Tech, the REPS program, as we move forward our transition to more of a processing distributor. What I'm really excited about right now is Tri-State Co-op, and you'll hear a lot about them in the future. Tri-State Co-op is a group of 14, 16 African-American fishermen. And they're from Alabama, Georgia, Florida. They fish in Georgia waters a great deal with shrimp. And basically they banded together, and we're going to be exclusively representing their products. Oh, 1 minute? Oh boy, let me go. Anyway, a couple of things. Problem, solution, action equals success. We take for granted that we get the quality domestic seafood. And COVID-19 has only exacerbated that. And nobody's gonna buy your seafood if they don't know about it. And that's the thing that we're trying to alleviate. Bottom line is, this is what we're going to do. There are 94 farmers markets in the state of Georgia. Beginning in March, we are going to take our food truck, which we already have. We're going to hit every market, and we're going to have a slicker style of presentation, demonstration, and it's a one-stop where you can not only buy seafood, but you'll be able to get our spices and everything like that. But the total effect on that, and there's a picture of our food truck, the total effect of that is it's going to push up the prices that the local fishermen are receiving, and as well as for us, it's going to increase our sales. Now I'm talking fast because I didn't realize that took that long. And that's, in a nutshell, that's what we're up to.